Hi, I'm Sarah. Welcome to the Daily English Show. Today's guest is Kevin. I interviewed Kevin in Kyoto about child custody in Japan and specifically about his case with his son. If you're interested in seeing that interview, I've just uploaded it to our Studio TDES account. So you can follow the link and go and check that out. I also talked to Kevin about teaching and language learning. Kevin teaches English in Japan, and I started out by asking him where he was from.
Originally I'm from America. I live close to Chicago. My hometown is called Streator, Illinois.
Kia ora. In Stick News today, the British Ministry of Defence has closed down its UFO investigation unit. For more than 50 years, the Ministry of Defence has funded a UFO investigations unit. Now they've announced they're closing it down because they can no longer justify the cost of running the service. Reuters reported the ministry says it has found no evidence of a threat to Britain or proof of the existence of extraterrestrials, despite the public sending thousands of reportings of UFOs to a ministry hotline and email address. And that was Stick News for Monday, the 7th of December. Kia ora. How long have you been in Japan? What do you do? Do you enjoy teaching there? What do you most enjoy about teaching English? What did you do in the US? Can you speak Japanese? How have you been studying? What's helped you the most? Do you have any advice for people who are learning English?
I've been in Japan for 3 years, and I'm currently living in Nagoya. I'm a teacher. I work for a school that's called GABA, and I teach private English lessons or one-on-one English lessons to a wide variety of students. Most are high school to high business or retired. But it's, a wide variety of students. Yeah, it's a pretty good job. The pros are much better than the cons. I have a flexible working schedule, so I can work when I want to, which is really nice. So it means I can travel during the week or take some time off during the week. And I usually work in the evenings and on the weekends, so it really works out well for me. That's a good question. I think teaching in Japan is much different than teaching in America. The students I have at GABA are very eager to learn, very respectful, so it's a good learning environment. And I think that's what I like most about teaching in Japan. I was also a teacher, but I taught math and science in high school when I was in the US. Not really. I've been studying Japanese for about 1.5 years, so I know some of the common phrases and a few words, but it's still pretty difficult to speak. Many different methods. I have 2 different textbooks. Practice reading and writing in those textbooks. I've bought some tapes so I can listen to Japanese conversation, and then there's an English explanation, so that helps with my listening practice. I have a few Japanese friends. We usually meet about once a week. So we study English for half an hour or 40 minutes, and then we study Japanese for about 40 minutes. And I also have a private lesson every Friday where I try to speak Japanese. So many different ways or methods for studying. They've all been pretty helpful. My self-study, I do that about 2 hours per day, so that's one way to increase my vocabulary. So I think I've been able to learn new vocabulary on my own. The conversation with my Japanese teacher and my Japanese friends, that's enabled me to progress in my speaking ability just a little bit. That's the most difficult part for me. Biggest advice, there's no magical formula for learning English. You get out of it what you put into it. So if you want to become a better speaker, you need to practice. You can't expect to go to an English lesson once a week for an hour and become a better speaker. You need to do things on your own, and you need to continually make an effort to become a better speaker or improve your ability.
True or false? Kevin's hometown is near Chicago. True. He taught Japanese in the States. False. He now lives in Tokyo. False. He works for a company called GABA. True. He thinks there's no magical formula for learning English. True. And that was the Daily English Show. See you tomorrow. Bye.